Hi, good evening. I'm Yana, and welcome to this evening's restorative rest practice. For this practice, you will need a pillow of any kind and perhaps even a blanket that you can use to make yourself warm and comfortable at different points throughout the practice. I invite you to begin by taking a blanket and rolling it up and placing it underneath your sit bones so that you are in a comfortable position. Right now, I'm in a position that is called Virasana or Hero's Pose if this is comfortable for you. You might sit like this with something, pillow, blanket rolled up underneath your feet. Or you might find that you like to sit in a cross-legged position. This is a position that we will start in to allow ourselves for some deeper breaths. So I invite you, if you even want to do this practice in a chair, that would be fine as well to start off with. So I invite you to unbutton your pants, give yourself, your belly some breathing room. Even for women, you might even want to unbutton the back of your bra, but really with breath and allowing ourselves to breathe freely and in a natural state of diaphragmatic breath, which allows for our nervous system to calm down. We really need the full expansion of our rib cage. And so often, especially for women, that is constricted by just simply bras. So make yourself comfy. And I invite you to gently close your eyes and sigh out the breath with an audible sound. And then inhaling the breath back in through the nose gently. Rotate the shoulders up and down and back, and exhale out again with that audible sound. And one more time, taking the deepest breath in of your day, inhaling in through the nose, inhaling the shoulders up and down and back, and exhaling. Releasing the breath out. And with the eyes closed, I'd like you to just gently take stock of where you are as you begin this practice. In this moment, without trying to change anything, without trying to manage or morph anything, just being honest, just noticing where you might be holding any habitual tension in the body, and where you might even be able to follow the breath as it comes into the body, and just expand breath into any area where there might be any restriction. So this is kind of the stage one, or I would say the introduction, the pre-ramble of your restorative practice. We always start by first checking in and taking stock of where we are to begin with, so that we know where it is that we would like to move towards. So inhaling in and releasing what you've noticed. Not trying to change it, but just giving yourself some thanks for that information. Because that information is coming in with as a feedback to let you know where it is you might be more comfortable going to. So gently opening up the eyes. I'd like to invite you to think about in today's practice the idea of the waves or the idea of flow. We're going to be using the breath to awaken a state of movement, internal movement, as a lot of these poses will be very gentle. And if you were looking from the outside, it might not look like you're doing all that much. We're going to use the breath to invite in this wave of flow, this wave of change. So inhaling the arms up above the head to start up, imagining that you're bringing the arms through the wave of energy and then pulling that down, that wave of the breath washing through the body. And on the inhale, inhaling, allowing a wave of fresh energy, fresh breath, fresh prana to come into the body, and exhaling to the center of the being. And one more time, inhaling the hands up. Noticing this wave-like quality as the hands come all the way up through the central line, central channel of the body, and exhaling, letting go of anything that is not serving you. And allowing and knowing as you place the hands on the thighs that often as we begin a new practice, or especially after a busy day, moving into a more restorative and receiving state can also often be a challenge to slow the brain down. So we're going to take some inhales and just notice with inhaling in, using the breath as a weight, we're going to take 10 breaths to invite in that same quality that we did by moving the arms. And you will use that same quality without the arms and invite that into the 10 breaths that we will take. I invite you to gently close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or keep your eyes upturned, focusing at the point between the brows, or with the eyes closed, you might even use a single point of focus on the very tip of your nose. So we begin the breath by inhaling in 1, noticing that motion, that wave of breath as it comes into the body, and exhaling out 1. Noticing that wave of breath. Can you follow the wave as it moves from the top, the middle, to the bottom of the lungs? Inviting in the inhale 2, filling up the bottom, the middle, top of the lungs, and exhaling out 2. Following that wave as the belly button comes back towards the spine. Inhaling in 3, allowing this wave of the breath to come even underneath the armpits, elongating in the back of the neck. And exhaling out 3, following the breath as it leaves the body completely. Inhaling this wave of energy into the body as the ribs widen. And exhaling out 3. Inhaling in 4, following the wave of the breath. In all the way up into the center of the forehead. And exhaling out the breath. 4. It comes back into the center of the belly button. Inhaling in 5. Filling all the way up And exhaling out 5. I invite you to silently count up to 10, the next breath being 6. Same inhale, 6. And exhale, 6. Following the wave of the breath as it comes in and out of the body. Repeating to yourself with the inhale in and the exhale out. Perhaps one more round of breath to complete 10. And exhaling out. And gently opening up the eyes if they're not already open. And then just taking notice, taking stock of, was that easy for you? Was that a little bit of a challenge? Did the mind wander? And just noticing as we bring this awareness to the breath, that we have this invitation to move deeper into the present moment. So by following the inhales in and the exhales out, we can then bring in the same ebb and flow that happens with the ocean. You might want to get off of your feet if you're sitting on them already. And I invite you to bring the feet out in front of you as we'll come into a gentle forward fold, placing a blanket or placing a pillow over your rib legs, the feet hip-width distance apart, perhaps even a micro bend in the knees, so that you can begin a forward fold. And forward folds are really great because they signal to the nervous system that it's okay to relax and okay to slow down. So just inviting, reaching out, bringing the feet, the hands forward towards the feet, towards the shins, maybe even grabbing a hold of the toes if that's comfortable for you. And we'll take 5 breaths here. Again, coming back to the wave-like breath. As you expand through the circles, expanding the breath into the belly. Even allowing the chin to fall towards the chest. If there's any tightness in the hamstrings, you might use the wave of the breath to inhale in bringing that energy and that breath into the back of the legs, into the back of the hamstrings, and exhaling any tension out through the pursed lips. With so many practices of stepping in to this ability to allow ourselves to rest when there's such a culture of post-slavery, post-colonialist culture of capitalism, which so often has created this narrative that our worth and our value, especially as people of color, may be falsely tied into the ability or how much we produce. So really using this breath and using this moment to give yourself permission to relax and let go. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do or be. This again, inviting this pulsation of the breath as it moves in and out of the belly, releases onto the front of the thighs, taking this opportunity to let go. You might even notice here that the more you breathe and relax into the pose rather than straining into this beautiful forward fold, as the attention goes to breath, there's an opening in the back body. There's an opening in the back of the heart. Then even see if you can shake the head back and forth gently. Yes, if that feels good for you. Back and forth, up and down. No, thank you. Noticing how the neck is an extension of the back. Or the neck, more accurately, is an extension of the spine. Just allowing the breath to help it release. And on the next inhale, gently walking the hands up to the sides of the body. Inhaling the hands behind you so that the fingertips are facing back, away from the body. We're going to do a counter stretch here, just really gentle, pressing the heels of the hand into the ground. Inhaling the chin and the chest up towards the sky. Following that wave of the breath into the front of the heart. Using that wave of the breath, coming back to it's comfortable for you, that count of inhaling, giving the mind something to do. Inhaling 1. Exhaling 1. Be here for 3 more breaths. Notice if the fingertips are getting tingly. You could bring the chin back down towards the chest, or even wiggle, pressing the fingertips into the floor, the heel of the hands into the floor. Squeezing the shoulder blades together on the next exhale. And on the next inhale, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingertips, and just coming onto your back. We're going to move into a Gada Konasana, or bound leg pose, that will look like this, where the feet come together. You can place a pillow underneath your knees, allowing the knees or butterflies pose. The feet come together so that the heels of the feet are kissing, the knees open up, and allowing the curve in the lower back to just naturally, even by lifting the tailbone up, that curve flattens onto the floor. You might place one hand on the heart, the other hand on the belly, so you can follow this wave of the breath as it fills up the hand on the belly first, moves into the middle of the lungs and then to the top of the hand, the top of the chest under the sternum, and then exhale, feeling sensation of the hand as it moves back down towards the heart, and as the belly button falls down, grounding into the floor. Just allowing this wave of relaxation to release. And if the mind begins to wander, bringing it back in to the journey of the wave of the breath. You might even say, inhale, I am inhaling. Exhale, I am exhaling. Gently to yourself, quietly. Systematically relaxing the head, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the belly, the inner groin. They release outward. Allowing gravity to gently open the right knee and the left knee out and down towards the floor. Supported by the pillow and supported by the floor. And with this notion of support, Just noticing how good it feels to just let go and release. So knowing that chronic stress is a conditioned state, and allowing as well, giving your body the experience of relaxation. Using the breath to support the healing of your central nervous channel, which then in turn can heal any type of dis-ease in the body. And using this principle of the wave of the breath just noticing that where your breath goes, your attention flows. So if you have any particular area in your body in which you're experiencing stiffness, a challenge, or pain, using the breath, the invitation of the healing, to just relax and let this healing go, perhaps in the form of a white ball of energy to that area in the body. On the next inhale, wiggling your fingers and toes, releasing, moving the pillow out from underneath you, and straightening both legs onto the floor. You might even bend the left knee, placing the left foot onto the floor. If you experience any lower back issues, then gently inhale the right leg up into the air as if you're pressing into a wall. And grabbing a hold of the back side of the leg. If that's comfortable for you, if you can't reach behind the leg, you can use your blanket, even a kitchen towel, to reach behind the leg. And grabbing hold of both sides of either the towel that you're holding on to, the back of the leg, keeping a micro bend in the knee. Feeling the expansion of the breath on the back of the floor. As the back body opens up and widens on the floor. Inhaling deep into the pelvic bowl, deep into the belly. You might even feel the belly moving upwards towards the thigh. This is a beautiful sign that you're nice and relaxed. That your body is accepting the invitation for relaxation. And if it feels good to you, you might find the hands one over another, up towards the back of the calf, or even grab a hold of the big toe. if that's available for you. Really no shame in the game. Bending the knee as much as possible here. The beauty of this at-home practice is you're opening up to your own growth and your own potential in the sacred space that you are creating for yourself with this breath. So following the breath as it fills up the back of the body, underneath the armpits, and following the wave of the breath as it ebbs back out, the belly button comes towards the spine. And gently releasing the towel out from underneath your leg. You will figure four the right shin over the left thigh and grab a hold underneath the left thigh. If it's comfortable for you, drawing the left thigh in towards your belly. You might even walk the right hip out and then the left hip out, elongating the spine. The right hip out walks down, the left hip walks down the floor. And just imagining that you almost have someone pulling elongating the spine so that you get this flattening of the lower back and the back body into the floor. And then see if you can invite the breath into the hollow of your lower back. Beautiful. And again, noticing, inviting this invitation for awareness. Noticing where is the mind. And bringing it back to the sensation. Bringing it back to the feeling of the belly expanding. Bringing it back, maybe even to imagining that wave as the breath inhales and exhales. And exhale, releasing, letting go of the grip behind the left leg. Drawing the right foot down so that it presses into the floor next to the left foot. You're going to gently inhale the arms up. And exhale, bringing the palms so that they're facing each other. On the inhale, drawing the elbows down so that they kiss the corners of the ribs. Then press into the floor. On the inhale, tuck your shoulder blades up and down and under, squeezing them together. On the exhale, pressing into your heels and gently rolling up from the bottom of the spine. Releasing the lower back off the floor, the middle back, and then coming until you're pressing the elbows into the floor, breathing into the front of the chest. And then on the exhale, rolling the top, the middle, and the lower back down in this variation of bridge pose. Both hands coming down on the floor. And then inviting the left leg up into the air. The left and then right hand come behind the left thigh. Here again, you might reach for your trusty towel or blanket, holding it behind the leg. using it as an invitation to invite a bend into the left leg. And on your next inhalation, squaring off the hips. Notice perhaps if one hip has crept up higher than the other. A lot of us have uneven hips, just from habitual sitting, walking patterns, or maybe even just the work that we do. Or if you're a mama, you might hold the baby on one hip. So just really noticing where can you square off the hip here, the hips. And when it feels comfortable, you might walk the leg, hands up the back of the leg, grabbing a hold of the calf, grabbing a hold of the big toe perhaps, coming back to this invitation of the breath. Breathing into the front of the belly. Breathing in to the back of the hamstring. And one more breath here, inhaling in. Flexibility. Exhaling out. Anything that's keeping you from being in this present moment. And bending the leg so into a figure four position, inviting the left shin to come over the right thigh. This might be enough of a stretch for you. Just staying here. You could even press into the top of the thigh if you're feeling any compression. Or for women, if you have cramps, this is a really great pose for elongating the pelvic floor, releasing any tension, especially in the sciatic nerve. But if you'd like to continue with this move, you can grab a hold behind the right thigh and inviting the right thigh up towards the belly button. Bending the right knee in, squaring off the heels. So you might even interweave that blanket between the legs if you can't reach. Grabbing held of both sides of your blanket. And again here, walking down the right side of the hip, inching it left hip down. You might even use the right side of the hip, walks down and using the left arm or left back of the forearm to press into the left thigh. Just perhaps coming to an intention for your practice today. A simple I am phrase that you can use as part of your restorative healing today. Perhaps it is I am relaxed. Using it as a focal point, so as where our focus goes, our attention goes. Where our focus goes, our energy goes. So noticing if the mind wanders, just noticing it, not judging it, just letting that go, bringing it back into awareness with the breath. Inhaling in and exhaling out, repeating your intention, I am relaxed. Beautiful. Releasing the right foot onto the floor, facing both feet. The left heel onto the floor. Inhaling the hands up above the head. And grabbing a hold of both knees, bringing them in towards the chest. Releasing a nice sigh out through the mouth, a nice vocal sigh. Using the sound, especially the ah sound is particularly, or the ha sound is a healing sound for the kidneys. So you might even walk, rolling back and forth, rocking from the right hip to the left hip. And on the next inhalation, inhaling in relaxation, and then the next exhalation, releasing out anything that's not serving you with this extended hot sound. Not concerned about the quality of the sound or what it sounds like. We're interested in the sensation and the vibration of the sound, especially with the feet up towards the chest. We'll get more of this vibratory healing of the sound. And one more time, inhaling into the nose. You might come to a point of stillness here and exhaling out. Oh. Beautiful. And releasing the left heel down towards the floor. Grasping the right knee and pulling it up towards the right armpit. Or underneath, actually grabbing hold of the shin or onto the back of the leg. You actually don't want to hold onto the kneecap. It can actually end up facing the leg out of alignment for the knee. So especially noticing here, if you have any knee problems, that this is often held or can be originating from something in the hips. It's the misalignment of the hips. So using some pressure and force on the shin, on the exhale, gently drawing the knee back towards the armpit. Releasing the breath out. And on the inhale, inviting the breath into the belly. You might even open wide and open the hips out towards the side slightly. So instead of the shin coming up towards the breast or the chest, allowing it to come out towards the elbow, out towards the armpit. And on the next inhalation, reaching over, grabbing a hold with the left hand, grab a hold of the right shin, placing the right arm so the back of the hand comes out at a figure T on the floor, and then rolling over to your left side, allowing the left knee to slide down towards the floor. It won't reach the floor, and in fact, here is a great place to place your blanket or your pillow underneath the left knee for support. And then opening up, you might even look over towards your right hand. Breathing into the right side of the ribs. following the breath as it leaves the body. Inhaling in through the nose and exhaling, really releasing out the mouth. Here in the restorative poses, this invitation of breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth is a great way to release any built up tension in the belly, really inviting in new energy, new prana into the chest, into the heart, even into the armpit. On the inhalation. On the exhalation, allowing the breath to massage the internal organs in this twist here. And on your next inhalation, wiggling the fingertips, allowing the hips to come back to an even position, releasing the right foot onto the floor. And just lying here for a second. In Shavasana or corpse pose, feet hip width distance apart. Let's just take stock of how the right side of the body is feeling. Using our awareness to notice any changes. This invites in a receptivity to continue with the practice on the left side. So on the next inhale, inhaling the left knee up towards the chest. If it's comfortable, grabbing hold of the shin or perhaps underneath the thigh. Extending out through the left heel. As the left leg is anchored into the ground, it creates spaciousness in, as the right heel, is anchored into the ground, it creates spaciousness in the left thigh, and inviting that left thigh to come up towards the elbow, towards the armpit. Inviting breath into the lower belly. Inviting breath into the left groin. Following this wave of breath into the belly. And on the exhale, grabbing hold of the left shin, allowing the left back of the hand to come onto the floor, rising palm up towards the sky, and then drawing the right knee over towards the left side of the body. You might even get some little snap, crackle pops. If you're really relaxed, you might even end up adjusting your back here. I often call this my at-home chiropractic session. It's often when you get into a very relaxed state, the ligaments and fascia that are surrounding the skeletal structure will release and allow for subtle adjustments of the spine. On your next exhale, you might look over towards your left palm, On your next inhale, inviting in this breath to massage the internal organs on the left side of the body, especially the descending colon, the left side of the ribs. They open up, the left side of the lung. And on your next inhale, inviting in this wave of breath all the way up to the central, the middle, and the upper lungs. And on the exhale, releasing the leg back. So both hips are even, releasing the left heel onto the floor and coming into a guided relaxation or yoga nidra. As you lie in your shavasana or final resting position for the practice today. I invite you, if you are prone to being chilly, to grab a blanket, perhaps placing it over you so that you are fully supported and warm in this practice. And let your body sink into the floor. Get comfortable. If you need to get out any last shift or move, just let your body settle deeper into a complete state of guided stillness. And just if you have any thoughts that are arising, just gently settling into this restoration, maybe even gently repeating to yourself silently, everything is okay. So there's nowhere else to be right now. Everything is okay. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. For these next few minutes, just give yourself the permission to simply feel and listen. Don't worry if you don't hear everything that I say, as the mind does have a tendency to wander. And you may even fall off to sleep. That's perfectly fine too. It's your body settling, your central nervous system settling into a state of healing. So just allow the sound of my voice to naturally flow in and out of your conscious hearing. Allowing the deepest part of you, the deepest part of yourself, to experience the stillness. There is no right way and there is no wrong way to do it. You are in a safe space. You are in a healing space. You are held in this deep rest, this deep nourishment with your natural breath. So just feel your bones heavy as they sink onto the floor. And follow the wave of your breath deep inside of your being now. Coming to your sankalpa, or your specific intention that you set for yourself earlier. Coming back to this phrase, allowing yourself this focus. What does your heart desire? You might create an affirmation or intention based on your heart's longing in a positive statement, or you may come back to the intention that we set earlier with the simple I am relaxed. So I invite you to silently repeat to yourself 3 times, I am relaxed. Now allow your body awareness to travel on a journey of sensation. Relaxing the head, I am relaxed. Relaxing the head, I am relaxed. Relaxing the skull, I am relaxed. The skull is relaxed. Relaxing the inner ears, the eyes in their socket, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the inner ears, relaxing the eyes in their socket, relaxing the jaw, the inner ear, the eye in their socket, and the jaw are relaxed. Relaxing the shoulders, elbows, and hands. Relaxing the shoulders, elbows, and hands. The shoulders, elbows, and hands are relaxed. Relaxing the belly button, relaxing the thighs, relaxing the knees and the feet, relaxing the belly button, relaxing the thighs, relaxing the knees and the feet, the belly button, the thighs, the knees and the feet are relaxed. Relaxing the internal organs, especially the heart, the kidneys, and the nervous system. Relaxing the internal organs, especially the heart, the kidneys, and the nervous system. The heart, the kidneys, the nervous system, and the internal organs are relaxed. Relaxing the right leg, the right back of side of the body. Relaxing the right leg and the right back side of the body. The right leg and the right back side of the body is relaxed. Relaxing the right hand and the right side of the head. Relaxing the right hand, the right side of the head, the right hand, the right side of the head is relaxed. Relaxing the left foot, knee, and leg. Relaxing the left foot, knee, and leg. The right foot, knee, and leg are relaxed. Relaxing the left hand and left side of the brain. Relaxing the left hand and the left side of the brain. The left hand, the left side of the brain are relaxed. Relaxing the whole body. Relaxing the whole body. The whole body is relaxed. Relaxing the mind, body, and spirit. Relaxing the mind, body, and spirit. The mind, body, and spirit are relaxed. We're coming back to the sensation of the breath as it moves in and out of the body. Gently, you might follow the air as it comes in through the left nostril, moves into the center of the brain, and exhaling out the right nostril, following the breath as it moves back in the right nostril, back into the center of the brain, and exhaling, feeling the breath as it moves the left side of the nostril. Noticing the breath as it rises and falls, following this wave of the natural breath as it flows through you. And as you exhale, imagine a wave passing downward through your body, downward through the floor, downward even to the center of the earth, where any tensions are just washed over the body, out of the body, and back to a very forgiving and very supporting Mother. And inhaling, feeling that wave of fresh energy, cool air, perhaps the sensation of the air as it moves into the body, signaling this fresh upward current that brings serenity. I'm now going to be silent for a moment. When you next hear my voice, it will not startle you. It will be as if an hour of relaxation or sleep has happened. I will now bring you back to your sankalpa, or your intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of this relaxation. Please quietly, internally repeat to yourself your affirmation 3 times to place it as a seed in your subconscious mind. And as part of this relaxation, I offer up this phrase If it resonates with you, you might repeat it silently to yourself after I'm done. I flow through life with ease, and peace surrounds me. I am relaxed. I flow through life with ease, and peace surrounds me. I am relaxed. I flow through life with ease, and peace surrounds me. I am relaxed. So this practice is coming to an end, and as I count from numbers 1 to 5, you will gently feel strong, in perfect health, moving into a state of feeling better than you did before. 1, 2, 3. When you open your eyes at the count of 5, you will be wide awake, feeling strong, in perfect health, feeling better than you did before. 4, 5. You are now awake, feeling strong and in perfect health, feeling better than you did before. Feeling like you have had just the right amount of relaxing sleep. So as you bring your awareness back into your body, I invite you to wiggle your fingers, to wiggle your toes. Who knows, if you have time, you might just want to stay here. Or you might roll over onto your right-hand side in a fetal position, making a pillow with your hands. No hurry. Take your time. And when you're feeling complete in the practice, you gently push yourself back up into a seated position or Sukhasana, easy pose, the seat of ease. And I invite you to come to the sitting position, placing the hands in front of the heart, the eyes gently closed still. Just noticing how you feel now. How is your mind? How is your body? How is your spirit? Just taking stock of these answers as a affirmation of how powerful this practice of restoration is, of how powerful this healing becomes when we allow and give ourselves the time and space to restore and heal at a cellular level. This is even what begins the generational healing that you may be called to be doing in your life. So I invite you, if you found benefits from this practice today, to place them in front of your forehead, giving thanks for right heart-centered thought, placing your hands in front of your mouth, for right heart-centered speech and placing the hands in front of the heart, giving thanks for right heart-centered action. And I give thanks to you for showing up for this powerful and potent healing, for having the courage to take this time out for yourself in this act of self-care as resistance. And I give thanks to you, also the African American Arts and Cultural Complex, for providing this platform for healing for us. And also, if there's been any benefits from this practice, you might take a little moment here to take a moment and send out a little of that love or energy to someone who might be in need of the healing. Or you might just hold on to it for yourself because you give enough away all the time. And just with that, we'll end the practice today as I bow in reverence to my teachers and to this powerful healing practice and what the healing that has brought me. Namaste.